Here we have a clip where Jonathan Evans, son of Tony Evans, is filling in for his dad on Father's Day. This was last week. And he starts his sermon by addressing the issues and in essence defending his dad and what he's doing, and his dad's going to come back restored. Let's give that sermon a listen.
My dad has been there for all of my challenges. He's been there for a lot of y'all challenges. Whether it's counseling, whether it's preaching, radio, some of y'all YouTube, whatever medium it's been, he's been there. So it's an honor for me to return the favor. And so I have to go not based on just the circumstances, but based on the reality of the Savior. Because his word is true. And so what are we going to do? We're going to play offense. We're going to go and do and be what God has called us to go and do and be. And when he returns, when my dad returns, when that time comes, we're going to celebrate a victory we already knew beforehand that we had. Little did I know that 3 days after, my dad would call us and tell us the exact same thing he told you, no more, no less. And then on Monday, he said, hey, I need you to preach Father's Day for me. I said, okay. And then I asked the Lord, I said, what do you want me to say? He said, I already showed you 3 days prior to your dad talking to you. I said, I'm telling you and preparing you, but I'm also telling you what I want you to tell them. So today, I'm going to give you a lesson from my father, for my father, and for all of his children.
The thing that I found shocking about that clip, and most of that sermon is that the family knows the same as everybody else. And I think everybody's really expecting Tony to come forward and to bring some sort of explanation. This is the strangest announcement of sin that I can remember hearing coming from a pastor. The son says they were told the same things as everybody else, nothing more, nothing less. And I personally find that very hard to believe, because I know if that was my dad, I would be asking questions like crazy and trying to get to the bottom of what on earth is going on. But I did at least appreciate that he is sticking up for his dad, and that shows family loyalty. But I also think something in this situation doesn't seem right, and I think everybody kind of gets that as well. Of course, we don't know the sin, and because of our lack of knowledge of the sin, we don't know if Tony should ever be restored back to the ministry in the same sense that he was before, because we don't know the sin. But as well, like most people, it's odd that churches as well, like this church and like T.D. Jakes' church, that these pastors are raising up their children to do the work of ministry after them. That as well I find very odd and very suspicious. I think for ministry, honesty is important. I know that Tony has preached about honesty, not lying, being upright, being a person of integrity. Proverbs 12 verse 17 says, an honest witness tells the truth, but a false witness tells lies. Colossians 3:9, Paul says to the Colossian church, don't lie to each other. Ephesians 4:25, put off falsehood. The qualifications for pastoral leadership are heavy indeed. They're very specific. And I'm going to read them to you in 1 Timothy chapter 3. Therefore, an overseer, that's an elder or a pastor, must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, sober-minded, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not a drunkard, not a violent, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own household well, with all dignity, keeping his children submissive. If someone doesn't know how to manage his own household, how will he care for God's church? And here we see that as people in ministry, we're to be above reproach. And what we have going on here is really secret sins and things being hidden. And to be honest with you, things don't sound very honest here in this sermon. Anyways, that's my take. Thanks for watching, and God bless.